Welcome to FNaF News! I'm your host, the TNT Muffin, and today we're going to be talking about Funko, Youtooz, the FNaF 2 movie, and more. Starting out with the Funko news, we've just gotten a new look at the Withered animatronic pop figures. We've gotten a small look at these in the past with the prototypes, but now we get to see all of the figures and in color, and they look pretty neat. Withered Bonnie, first of all, is basically just a remake of the original Withered Bonnie pop figure, except as you can see, they gave him the red eyes, which is nice. He's also in slightly a different pose, and I think it looks pretty good. This guy is very rare, so it's nice that anyone can now get a Withered Bonnie pop figure. Withered Chica is a bit of an interesting one. I'm not a big fan of this particular figure just because it basically looks like normal Chica with a Withered Chica body. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with it, but whatever. I am a big fan of Withered Foxy, though. I think they did a really good job with his mold. The coloration is a bit weird, like he's pretty much fully red when he should have different colored parts. He should have pants, like brown pants, but those are just red. So there are some issues with it, but the mold for it's really good. I think they did a decent job with him. Withered Freddy's a bit of a boring one. They kind of just made him look like normal Freddy, but I guess Withered Freddy's not that much different. I don't know. I mean, it would have been nice if they at least colored the eyes or something, though. But the one they really killed it with is Mangle, which we actually get to see an in-person look at, which looks even better in person. They really went all out with this figure, giving Mangle a pretty accurate body with all the different limbs on there. It's fully silver. It's got a bunch of good details. There's the endo head, which is actually stylized like a pop figure. I think it looks pretty cute. And the Mangle head as well looks really good. I think they did an amazing job with this figure. I think it's interesting that they only colored the eyes of Withered Bonnie. I feel like some of the others could have benefited from colored eyes. Like if Mangle had one colored eye, I think that could have been interesting, but great job regardless. I think it's a pretty decent wave of pop figures. And if you want to see some other FNaF 2 merch, go watch my recent video where I talk about all of the Jazzwares merchandise. Another thing Funko revealed is this WonderCon exclusive arcade Biddy Pop of Toy Freddy. So it appears what this is it comes with the Toy Freddy Biddy Pop, a new Biddy Pop, which is pretty cool, a tiny version of the Toy Freddy pop figure, and it comes with this little display box, which looks like an arcade machine, so it looks like he's inside of an arcade machine. It is unfortunate it's an exclusive to WonderCon. I don't know how hard it's gonna be to get one of these things. Probably not too hard. Speaking of a minifigure, let's talk about the minifigure of Roxanne Wolf. Fat Mojo is beginning making Five Nights at Freddy's construction sets, one of them being the Roxanne Wolf charging station. Now this is very exciting news because, as we all know, McFarlane has stopped making Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise, and looking at this figure, it seems like they're going to be taking the role of McFarlane and doing their own construction set. I mean, with the head taken off, you can see the endo head underneath, very much inspired by the McFarlane Five Nights at Freddy's figures, so I'm excited to see the rest of the characters they make. We also get to see what this thing looks like fully built. It is a whole recharge station with an openable door, so you can put Roxanne inside of it. Looks like a pretty nice set, and they're apparently also going to be doing this with the rest of the Security Breach characters as well. As you can see, there's one for Glamrock Freddy, Glamrock Chica, Montgomery Gator, and Roxanne Wolf. I think the figures do look pretty good. Glamrock Chica looks a bit weird, but the others I do like a lot. But unfortunately, the sets are all like exactly the same. We're also getting one, surprisingly, of Shattered Glamrock Freddy. I've seen an image of this one as well. I don't know if we're getting the other Shattered characters as well, or just Glamrock Freddy, but there's that guy as well. A really cool thing, though, is there's also going to be a big set of 3 of the characters on stage. Now this is a lot cooler. I'm pretty sure this set comes with those 3 characters, so you don't have to buy the recharge stations for those guys at least, I don't believe, because you can just get this set. I think it looks really cool. That's the stage from the atrium that they perform on. I'm not sure why Chica's not in this set, but If you want her, you can just get the recharge station, I suppose. It's a pretty interesting set because you not only have the stage there, but also on the sides you have the Monty Golf arcade machine, and then the other side is Freddy's green room. I'm not sure why they selected those two things. Monty Golf makes sense, I guess, because it is in that area, but Freddy's room is a little strange. I don't care though, it actually looks like a really cool set. I like that a lot. Some Hex news here, they've made a tweet saying Joy, which we all kind of assumed meant Joy of Creation, but we weren't really sure until Nixon quote tweeted that with the eyes emoji, basically confirming Joy of Creation plushies are coming. I would love if, you know, a Joy of Creation plush came out and then with that they re-released the other Fanverse plushies. Don't think that's going to be happening, but it would be a great time to do it because they haven't been restocked, so please. But either way, Joy of Creation plushie seems like it's going to be coming, and that's very exciting. Along with that, they have revealed a cupcake pin, which looks really good. It's an interesting one. It's not only glittery, but the candle glows on the dark, and the mouth opens up. So a very complex pin there. I'm a big fan of that. We also know that this wave of plushies is releasing, I believe, next Friday, so March 14th. So if you want to get the cupcake plush, the cupcake pin, or any of the yellow rabbit stuff, it is coming very soon. Continuing on with merch, we've got some Youtooz news here. First of all, we've got some news on the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 wave of merchandise with a look at the Nightmare Foxy figure. It's not a very good look at the figure. We can't really see very much of it, but from what we can see, it looks pretty decent. Unfortunately, I don't see a tongue in there. I think it would have been really cool if we got a figure with a tongue coming out, like as a reference to the original teaser. Doesn't seem like that's gonna happen, but that's fine. We got a similar look at another figure, which is Nightmare Fredbear, which is very exciting. Nightmare Fredbear is a very cool character that doesn't have much merch yet, so it's cool to see we're going to be getting a figure of him, which also looks pretty sick. I will say the mouth being closed is kind of throwing me off. I think he would look a bit better with the mouth opened up, because he's pretty much always seen with his mouth open. It gives his head shape a bit of a longer look, gives him a bigger presence, I guess. I don't know. I just think it would have looked a lot better with the mouth open, but it does still look pretty cool. Who knows, maybe they'll do Nightmare and have his mouth open. We'll see. We also know that this wave of figures is supposed to release around May, so we can expect these this summer. Youtooz has also shown us a plushie of the Mimic, which looks pretty nice. It looks like basically the action figure, except in plush form. It seems they actually did a really good job with this guy. There doesn't appear to be any printed on color on it. Everything is sewn in, or they have actual separate parts of fabric coming out. I'm really happy with how this looks. Onto the FNaF 2 movie news. The Newton brothers, the composers of the soundtrack for the original film, have said they are returning for the second movie and will begin work soon. That's very exciting. I remember watching the original FNaF movie and just thinking the music sounded really good. Specifically, you know, the intro music titled Five Nights at Freddy's. That was a really good track. They did a great job with that. I'm interested to see if they're going to be making a new title track for the second movie, or if it'll just be the same one. I hope they make something new. I guess we'll find out. A pretty interesting piece of news here is we got this clip showing a little gameplay video from Secret of the Mimic. Now, this isn't anything that we haven't seen yet. Like, we saw this door opening to the office in the trailer. All that's really new here is we see you winding up the generator to open the door, which we did know was gonna happen because of, you know, the Secret of the Mimic demo I talked about in a video, but normal people haven't seen that yet, so first look there at using the generators. But that is all the news we have today, so if you want to subscribe, you can click the button on top of my head. If you want to watch one of my last news videos, you can click that button over there. And if you want to see some other video I made, you can click that button over there. And I'll see you when we get some more news on Funko.